Good evening and welcome to a very special series that I've been planning for ages on Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. We are going to be trying to do like a run that I have been planning in my head for about a week, which is a long time for me. Because I wanted to think about everything. But we are going to be doing a no kill, not no kill, the opposite of that, the not be getting killed but killing a lot run. Permadeath, that's the one. Yes, this is a very professional opening to a video. Yes, anyway, what we're planning on doing is, doing this as a little series on YouTube. I think once a week or twice a week. I haven't decided yet. And we'll see how it goes. And I want to do it like this because I think it'll go better than a stream. I think streaming, this allows me to be quiet. But yes, as I was saying, we are going to be trying to do the whole of Sekiro, which won't happen, as a basically unplanned permadeath, which is going to be interesting and quite stressful, I imagine, and hopefully quite humorous in places. But who knows? I think I'm going to end up dying quite quickly. But I have a plan, which I will reveal as I go along. It's not much of a plan, to be honest. I am going to get in and we can start the game. And we are in. And yes, it is always so fucking weird in this opening scene, seeing Sekiro with two normal arms. It just looks like he's missing something, and I think part of that is because you can see the difference between the two arms, right? Like, that one is very plain, and I think that might just be because, yeah, there's no point adding detail to something you're gonna remove from the character later. But anyway, yes, this first bit should be easy, hopefully. If I die in the tutorial mission, which has happened to me once, I will be, worried. But yes, we are going to crouch a lot. I have a lot of tactics that I've developed over the course of being really bad at this game to, like, beat certain bosses, and we're going to be doing all of those. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be, I'm definitely going to be slow as shit in this game, and probably a bit cowardly, that's the one. I've 100%ed this game. I've beaten every single boss. I've been to every area. I've got all the Steam achievements. I've done all the endings. So yes, I'm kind of like pretty confident in my knowledge of the game. It's whether I can execute that knowledge in a way that doesn't get me killed is basically the issue that I'm going to have. So, hopefully it won't fail me too badly, but we are going to find out, I guess. Also, I can't remember how to run. B, it's B, the same one to, like, yeah. I'm just worried I'm going to, like, fall to my death, because if I fall to my death right now, I'm going to die. Which would be bad.
よく来てくれた。久しいな、狼よ。
お迎えに参上いたしました。我が主。
表を上げよ。くさび丸、そなたの刀だ。我が忍びよ。主従の約定に従い、命を賭し、我に仕えよ。
御意。
And we have our sword. And yes, let's talk to
狼
Kuro.
よ傷を負っておるようだな。そうだ、そなたにこれを託そう。薬水のひょうたんだ。これで傷を癒してくれ。
Yes, and we are going to be using any and all healing we can get, which is going to be, you know, fun. There's going to be a lot of healing, because we can't die even once.
そなたの体、その後大事はないか。
その後とは。
あの世のこと、覚えておらぬのか。
はい。
いや、司祭は後にしよう。今はこのアシナの城を脱さねばならぬ。
御意。
堀沿いに進んだ橋の下に場外への抜け穴がある。一心様よりそう聞いたことがある。まずはその橋下の抜け穴を見つけてきてほしい。見つけたらそうだな、足の歯笛で合図をくれるか。ほら昔聞かせてくれたであろう。こうピーッとな。その音を頼りにそなたのもとへ行こう。狼よ、そなたからも何かあるのか？
Right, and we are not going to give up Kuro's charm. Basically, it's a difficulty modifier in disguise. You only get it after you've completed New Game once. In New Game Plus and in any subsequent new games you start, which is why it appears even on a first run. I was always confused because I didn't remember it in the first game until I read up about it, that this is what it does. Basically, it adds chip damage and increases the damage that opponents do to your, like, posture and stuff, as far as I recall. And I'm actually not sure about the damage increase. I think its damage to posture might be increased, etc. It's slightly different to the Demon Bell. The Demon Bell barely increases anything, to be honest. Like, I usually turn on the Demon Bell for a fair bit of the game and then turn it off again. Generally when I stop grinding for materials, because at one point when I was 100% in the game, I had to grind for fulminated mercury, which turns up about twice in the entire game.
そうか。では、頼んだぞ、狼よ。
Right, and yes. We can use our quick items to put you on and see where we get from that. Right. Let's just drink that and put the pellets on as well. In a pinch, we do have the Homeward Idol, and I'm not sure how it works in the tutorial. Hang on. Because I'm pretty sure we can use it. What's the last communed idol here? I'm assuming it might just be, you know, Kuro, maybe? We just go back to Kuro because that's the only one that makes sense. Anyway, yes, this asshole. The first semi-tough enemy in the game. Oh, he turns towards you. Did he just turn towards me? Boo! Boo, I say. They turned one of the tutorial enemies so you couldn't just sneak up to them and miss a bit of the tutorial. Well, that's actually a good thing. And, oh, you're gonna come over without having seen me. Okay, well, I mean, when in Rome, descend from above and kill your enemies. Shit, isn't that just the plot of Assassin's Creed 2? Right, and fucking murder that bullshit. And you fucker. Yep, you're dead as well. Sorry, friend. And big old bastard. And yes, very simple, just block, counter. basically every enemy in the game is some aspect of some version of that. Just block, counter, block, counter, block, counter, in increasingly complex ways, which is an oversimplification and definitely wrong. So ignore me, actually. Yes, and oh yeah, we got the fistful of ash. Never mind. I was like, I swear I picked up another pellet. No, I just have one. I will leave that be for now, though. And these fucking assassin bastards can die. Right. Yes. Okay, so let's call Kuro.
狼をよく見つけてくれた。さあ、参ろう。
御意。
血の定めから逃れることしかできぬとはな。
Right, and yes, this next boss fight is gonna be tough.
この城を出ていずこへ参ろうか。まずはアシナの国を離れるか、あるいはどこかに身を隠すか。そなたはどう思う？
御意のままに。
御意か。そなたは変わらぬな。いや、懐かしいと思うてな。さあ、参ろう。
Okay, yes, onward indeed. And yeah, I'm not confident about my chances against this boss. I am, however, not considering it a loss of the challenge to lose to the, you know, the first boss of the game. So we're just gonna go with it if, you know, it goes wrong. Because you don't die at the end. My rule for this run, if you don't actually die, if it doesn't say on the screen that you died, it's not a proper death.
源一郎殿、私はすまぬ。
お任せを。
God, this game has some stunning animation. I mean, it's all FromSoft games, but you know. Also, the fucking... that fucking grain of the metal where it's been folded over is fucking beautiful. And yes, we are now... Ow. And get a couple strikes in. Fuck! And we're almost down one health bar, which is good. And one down. Right, back off and heal a bit. Yes, you can, and yes, you will. Right. I think my Sekiro training has kicked back in. I've played this game for probably hundreds of hours. And yes, we are actually getting somewhere here. Uh-oh. Okay, right. Oh yeah, and we have done it! Although I know that technically the same thing still happens. We have beaten him. Whew, that was closer than I hoped it would be. That felt like, oh fuck. And there goes my arm anyway. Oh dear. I mean, that was definitely dishonorable to sneak up behind someone when they're defeating you. That's just mean. And one of the, what, the Tengu, right? I think? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I practiced this a couple of times to, like, see how I did before streaming. And I really struggled with that boss. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't until this time. And that's really nice. Whew. And we are under a blanket with potentially the weirdest bad texture in the game. And I'm certain it's because it's just, you know, like, it's one time that it's close to the front of the screen. But yeah, I think my Sekiro training has come back in a little. Don't do anything funny with it. The kind-faced butter. And we'll come back there when we must. I don't think we have to do the memory, but it's useful because it gives you tools that you can actually use. Right, and yes, there is Remnants, which I play offline because I like this game more that way. It's how I played the game when I first played it, and I don't like having the online stuff added, so you've appeared there. However, we will just be 1 minute going around and doing some other things, because there is, for starters, this here. And can I eavesdrop? No, not right now. Well, most of the hidden endings in this game require eavesdropping about 15 times, which is very frustrating. Okay, well that's that done. We now have 1 gourd of healing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I accidentally pressed the wrong button to run. I've been playing other games. We need to make sure we're prepared before we head out. I think we are, because there's not much we can do. But yes, we need to start heading on our way. And yes, I know how the Shinobi prosthetic works. But yeah, this fucking valley, it's not going to be fun. I know that at some point you do actually get to go to that side of it, as far as I remember, but I'm not sure when. I pressed the wrong button. That was close. Okay. It's left trigger, not left second bumper that my thing has. And yeah, we can travel from there. That's fine. Yeah, this bit shouldn't be an issue. I think I can manage a lot of this. And yeah, you have a maximum of 3 pellets that you can have on you at any point. So that's gonna be a frustration if anything. But yeah, you end up with enough different healing implements that it doesn't really matter anyway. And yes, I believe there is one person round here who is facing down. Right. Yeah, we're just making sure we're not... If we can make sure we're not spotted, we can make sure we're not killed. Admittedly, instantly went wrong. But hey, the metric I'm going to use with editing so that you all know that I haven't, you know, died is... you see the health bar in the bottom left. The death counter thing only appears once you have died. So we will be using that as like the, you know, like, oh, this edit wasn't to hide anything nefarious going on, you know? Like, if I die, then I'd have to get through the whole game again to get to that point without that appearing, which would be difficult, with everything being the same. No, not wolves! I don't like wolves. Oh, and it's fucking... Luckily, these bastards are shit at everything, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, and we're going to be using the sugars. I never used them, but I think they might be useful, in this one. Because, yeah, there's going to be a lot of times where having a bit more posture, just a tiny bit, could be, well, literally the difference between life and death. And fucking chickens. Fucking chickens. Hate them. They're so evil. Healing whenever we can. Especially while we only have one fucking, thing. Luckily, wolves are easier to deal with in this game than they ever were in Dark Souls. Because you can just do that. Parried. And those two have kind of spotted me, but not really. And yeah, anything around here I can grab. No, I don't see anything. Okay. And Shuriken Wheel, which is one of the Shinobi prosthetics. So yeah, we will go back and add that now. I think that we're gonna do that ASAP, because yes, having the shurikens on us is very useful.
手に忍を忍び忍を叩き立てな仕込んだ殺すそういう随分いつまでどれか
Yeah, this dude has a really sad story, like a sad backstory. Yes, and we can just load those whenever, so make sure we're loaded. Aha, and that's one of the spirit emblems, which we can purchase here. How much do those cost? Okay, I'm gonna buy some now, because they're the only thing we can really do right now. And yes, let's go back to the gate path. And yes, I don't have the Mikiri counter yet. I don't remember how I get that. I am slightly worried, because that is one of the most useful things in this entire game. And I genuinely can't remember fuck all about it. And yes, I'm going to sneak around and get the best shot we can at this boss. Wait, you can just skip past this, dude. And one down. Uh-oh. No. No, don't let him use a sugar. Okay, and that was a... Yeah, so the way it works is thrust attacks you can parry but you can't block. Thrust attacks you can parry but you can't block, and you can also make a recounter. The only option for sweeping attacks is jump or jump. You can't dodge. You can dodge a thrust attack, I think. And yes, we're going to go back and heal up our gourd to get it twice as good. Admittedly, it is only 2 things, but that is twice as good at this moment. So hey, that is that done. We have 15 spirit emblems, which is good. Right, outskirts path. Let's head back there and sort this out. Yeah, the next section is not too... I always struggle with this one. I don't know why. It's because the enemy layout is... I don't know. I always find the enemy layout in this one quite difficult to learn. Which means that often I die here. I think I've died here a lot. Even when I'm, you know, pretty certain about a lot of the rest of this. Fuck. Oh god, this is why. Because there's fucking assholes around the corner. But yeah, hopefully they shouldn't have been able to spot us. Yeah, they have lost track of us. Yeah, that gun guy needs to go down pretty fast. He does turn away, I think. So yeah, we'll try and stay out of his way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's stay out of his way. Jumps off the cliff. I mean, it's an effective way to stay out of someone's way. I was genuinely very freaked out then. Apparently, my brain is not handling the idea that I can't die very well. Right, over here. Yeah, if we can take you out now. There we go. And then there's a big guy around the corner over there. What is it? The Tarot Troop, I think. Yeah. Over there. There's a gun here. I will try and take that dude out before the rest of them. Yeah, these two go past. We will then head over this way. And... yeah, guns are pretty easy to deal with. And we have leveled up. We have 1 skill point. Let's get this fucker out of the way. Because, yeah, you're going to be one that gets annoying if I don't kill you now. And the guy around here... where are you? There, behind the tree. Dealt the fuck with. Really loud sound, though, for the, death. It was like, thwum. Like the fucking THX logo. I think this is the last person. Yeah, you're not really... You were kind of slightly confuzzled by everything then. That was interesting. It was just like, I don't know what to do. And yes, the bell. Yeah, she's someone from Hirata, I think. One of the people who hides, maybe. And he's the person who's just outside the door, I think, to... whatchamacallit? Chicken! Chicken, chicken, a second chicken there as well. Fuck you, these chickens fucking suck. They are the worst. I've never got the hang of them. Sometimes I can do it, sometimes I just can't. Don't go down there. Something you learn very quickly in this game. Find a way around, because that guy up there, just above my little head, that dude is a rocket launcher guy. And goddamn are those from the... They are from the gun fort, and they fucking wreck your shit even into the lake. I'm gonna just keep on keeping on. Right. We can take you out nice and silent-like. And you won't get a single fucking shot off. And black gunpowder, actually pretty useful. Oh, you're just a basic dude. You're not a big issue. Those two will see, however, if I do something bad. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Run! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I haven't messed up. I've just... I got slightly freaked out then. Running away is a valid tactic. Live to fight another day rather than die. God, I can't wait to have the heal on successful death blow. I really can't wait. And then dude by the door is just like not caring. He's like, nah, you all can deal with that, dude. I'll just stay here. The shinobi isn't my job. And I think there's a secret bit. My brain's telling me there is. Yeah, this thing. This place. I always get slightly thrown off by this, but it actually has some pretty useful stuff. The possession balloon. Oh, and the big snake skin that's totally not anything to worry about. That's one bit I'm not looking forward to. I love the walls, by the way. They really... like, they're actually 3D. I always get confused. Oh my god, that made me panic for a second. And yeah, by the way, over there is a big old bastard. One of those undead ones. We're not touching them. Right. Yes. Up next is the big giant. Not fun. So, we're going to go back to get the, what's it called? The big shooty bang thing. The flame barrel is, I think that's pretty early in whatchamacallit, Shinobi esoteric texts. And yes, that's how you use your skill points. Hopefully, if I'm remembering correctly, even the first thing is actually pretty useful. Acquire skills, yes. Now, Mikiri counter is the first thing we should go for. However, the combat art, Whirlwind Slash, very fucking useful. Yeah, if you're running into a thing and then go like that, it can be really good for knocking an opponent down. Really good for dealing with multiple opponents too, multiple weak ones. Now we go back to Hirata Estate. 3 years ago. The lighting took a second to load in then, but hey. Do we count deaths in here? Absolutely, because, yeah. I was about to say, like, technically, since it's a memory, this is before the game starts. No, that's not how this works. Also, enemies in this game have some of the best perception in any video game, but is also the least consistent, which feels very accurate to how humans are. Because, like, some enemies will just see you from 50 billion miles away, but sometimes they just take forever to see you 5 meters away. And yes, you are coming towards me. You are just a normal dude. I was worried you were a bow and arrow dude. But yeah, that is how useful the fucking combat art is. That was, like, way less of a hassle to deal with. And you are not a bow and arrow dude. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's one of the fucking carps. Yep, okay. What do we need? Withered Red Gourd? Abso-fucking-lutely. The Withered Red Gourd is one of the gourds that you can't upgrade, I don't think. But basically they're just like free, you know, like defense against burn or other status effects. This one being burn because it's red and fire, etc. I'm not certain if it is part of the AI, but wolves seem to be a lot more cautious when there's only one of them, or when other people have died a fair bit. Like, when other wolves in the fight have died, they seem much more cautious. I'm not certain how much of that is actually true, as opposed to just my brain, you know, like one of those things. But they do seem far less aggressive when there's just one of them, which is a very cool little thing if that is indeed in the whatever. That fucker. Yep. Take out the bow and arrow dudes really fast. And this area is safe as far as I remember. Yeah, there's no one here. Good. This is the sneak past area that I use often on the run up to the what's his name? That boss, the one with the spear. Yeah, is there a bow and arrow dude around here? I can't recall. Is that a bow and arrow dude there? Maybe. Maybe. Huh, that dude's just like, yep, that person died, but that's fine. Nothing to see here. Dumby-dumby-dum. Oh, and then there's one over there. Right. Deal with the wolves however you can. Wolves are not that bad, but when it comes down to it, they can be the most dangerous in groups, especially with other enemies, because they stagger you very easily. Nice. And that dude's relieving himself. just there. Just hanging. Don't get spotted. I need that fucking thing. Don't get spotted. We're gonna fucking kill them all. I don't hear anyone around here. That being the only thing you can say. I can't hear anyone. There might be someone, but I can't hear them. And yes, you have heard me, but no one else has. Oh, well, now you hear me. There we go. And then disappear. Yeah, groups of enemies, the best way to deal with them is to carefully pick your way through them without alerting them. Because often, then you can get... Oh, for fuck's sake. I think I'm being too nervous, but I'd honestly rather do that than end up, you know, in a lot of trouble. One of the most annoying things this game did is put the fire sound in the, like the fire burning sound going from one ear to another in that bit of the soundtrack, because how many times have I thought that the fire arrow was going past me when actually it was just the game going whoa really creepily? Too many. And you're dead. And yeah, this is where we get the axe. And there's no one here who can see me do this. And I think there's chickens in that. We're gonna leave them. go. And yes, the prosthetic axe is here. Yeah, and you are going to come down and deal with me. Yeah, just come on. I know you can do it. Let's go back to the bonfire. Open this little gate. Okay, it's fine. We have got back to the... well, here. We're going to have to pick our way through everyone again, but that's fine. It's the way the game works. How many things are we on? 2. Acquire skill. Mikiri counter, which will now allow us to actually go and deal with the spear dude without dying 2 billion times. And we can equip both of these, both of which are very useful. I do like the fact that this game kind of allows you to skip back and forwards between 2 different, well, literally 2 different timelines, to kind of, you know, make the early game a bit easier. If you get stuck at one point, you can go and deal with another point, etc., etc. I really need more prayer beads. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there for now. We have got pretty far, and next time we will be trying to deal with the Mikiri counter guy, the guy who uses thrusts a lot because he has a big fucking... I don't know, is it like a cross spear? Like, what is it? Like a cross spear? But yes, I shall be back with more of that, and we'll see how I deal with everything. But yes, for now, let's leave it off, because it's not got too hard just yet, but it is only gonna get harder. I'm not certain how far we're going to get, but we're not dead just yet. Anyway, see you, and goodbye, everyone.